Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I'm your acrimonious Game Master Tom, and this is Adventure 27. We are knee-deep into Season 6, the best season of all the seasons that are 6 or higher, and we are excited to be here adventuring and carrying on with what has been an out-of-hell experience and then town-related drama, and who knows what will come next. Thank you so much for joining us and supporting the show. We love having you here. Drop by ingloriousbards.com and take a look at the link to Discord. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the show's adventures. We really love hearing those comments from you. Let's get an introduction from our heroes that you know and love. And I've got a question for them that I'll ask each of them. And the question is quite simply, what's a favorite moment you've had so far in our adventures? We'll start with, and if you missed out on last week's episode, good luck. Let's start with everyone's favorite elven champion, Aduin. What's a favorite moment you've had so far in our adventures?
Sir Aduin.
Correction.
To correct you. And
I think we found it.
It would, in fact, be being knighted and being the first knight of Jericho.
All right.
Starting what I hope is a long and wonderful tradition of knights of Jericho. And furthermore, now.
All right. And then I will ask our barbarian swordsman, Stog, your favorite moment in our adventures.
Well, it was probably that time I beat that Captain Vanel's head in. That was pretty cool.
All right. Nice.
He was a pain in the ass.
And we have a gnome bard, Jericho, who's part of the group. Jericho, what's your favorite moment so far?
That's pretty easy. My favorite time was that time when the 4 imposters all died and my friends came back.
Okay.
It's coming really soon.
I was going to say, I don't quite remember that time happening.
It happened in a different world that's soon to come.
And our pixie archer, Geggy. Geggy, your favorite moment?
Fantastic moments of jumping from ship to ship in another existence.
All right. And Zaldor, our old wise human wizard.
Yes, Zaldor, Wizard of the Seventh Tower, Keeper of the Air Spheres over the 1,000 Dials. That's my full name. I will say we've been on many adventures together. There's been so many things that have been incredible and impossible in different realms, but I feel like my favorite thing, the thing that was the most impressive and cherishing to me, was when my dear friend Jericho wrote a ballad about us and me and our adventures of hell. It was quite stirring. I still choke up at it a little bit.
I don't know him.
And lastly, our fetchling gunslinger, Hemlock. Same question.
I don't like any of this. None of it.
Happy to have you here.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's get a recap of what happened last time from Jeremy.
Not much happened other than what we heard. Stog was called out by Captain Vayner in the beginning of the end of the last adventure before, and the fight happened. It
Galen.
was a lot of back and forth. There was it was literally a battle of crits. It was 20s and 20s and ones and ones back and forth. It was a massive epic battle that just barely got pulled off by Stog as he ended up killing Vayner, and now opening up a position for the new chief of the guard, or captain of the guard, which Plen made note of. The ceremony ended, and we all kind of went our different ways. Hemlock went to see Sylvia and to buy a couple of really, really impressive tools, spending a lot of gold in the process. There was also a matter of business that needed to be closed. Zaldor and Gegi were already talking about what to do and getting ourselves ready for Callian Varro's request to get everyone ready so that we start heading down to Thave. And Adwin was it announced to everybody that he is now a knight, which was amazing. The first night of Carahel, and let every one of us know this. The night passed, we got ready for the next day, and Jericho, in the middle of the night, was woken up by a bright flash, something that caught his eye. And he found some sort of a silver cord or silver thread. And when he touched it, his eyes kind of went white and flashed out for a second. And then that's all he remembers, except for the fact that he does not remember most of his party. He and Hemlock don't recall that he has been adventuring with Stog or Adwin or Gegi or Zaldor. They think that they've been adventuring with other party members. Characters like Dash and a Thawne and a Galen and some guy named Yannick. That's who they think that they've been working with this whole time. And so they've been exceptionally mistrusting of the rest of the party and the group because this was a change that neither of them saw, expected, or were planning on being a part of. So that was kind of the rest of the adventure. Getting to know each other, getting to confirm our trust in each other, and trying to prepare ourselves for a very deadly trip down to Thave. That, my friends, is where the adventure begins. Hang on. Let's get a bit of it.
Our 6 heroes are geared up, but making their way to Peg's Tavern when last we saw them. Tavern where they've gathered many times before. It's the 2-story tavern with the big balcony area in the middle, and the 6 of you have arrived. What would you like to do?
Well, Hemlock goes to the board, the like job board,
Yeah.
to see what's there.
There is just one post on there. It's one you've seen before. Would you like me to read it?
Is it a wanted poster for Hemlock?
Maybe.
Well, then please.
It reads as follows. Bring a wanted criminal to justice. He is a vicious monster who has attacked and wounded innocent people in Tabanry. 50 gold for turning him into the city guard. 150 gold if he is found dead in the middle of the plaza. Identify him as a fetchling with gray hair, carries fire-spitting weapons at his side, and goes by the name Hemlock. Go to the Double Tan warehouse and see Neckles for your reward.
Ooh, 150 gold.
Well, they got that wrong. You didn't injure somebody. You killed them.
I've killed many people.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll kill people in the future.
It's true.
I mean, all of us at some point, right?
Is there anything?
sword.
Yeah. Is there anything else going on at the tavern?
Nope, just some average everyday drinking, nothing out of the usual.
I am of 2 minds, dear Hemlock. One, we could just leave it alone. We could go on our adventures. We're going to be in Thave for at least a while, and this is something that we wouldn't have to deal with at this point.
We have
The other mind I have is we don't want this to be any much worse of a problem when we get back. So there is a chance that we could encounter this Neckles that's on this post that you talked about and clear up the matter of your being wanted.
I feel like I've cleared it up a little bit, but definitely going to head to this warehouse.
I have a question.
Stog.
Do all wizards have 2 brains?
Only the special ones, Stog.
Like you.
Like me, my special robes. That's the ones.
All right.
Well, I'm of a mind, if we're going to be using that term, that we leave. It's
Wait.
dangerous here as it is.
Which term?
Being of 2 minds, Jericho.
Is that the one you meant?
Yes.
Okay, where are you going?
To Thave.
Okay.
It is Hemlock's life on the line, and I would say that what he would choose to decide is where we should go. And if he wants to see this through, we should see it through with him. If he is willing to leave and go to Thave without that, then we should as well.
My
But
interest
he
is in
seems
protecting
set.
Hemlock. I do want to see him unharmed. I figure if he is not in the city, then we don't have anything to worry about.
Well, he
About-
does seem
about-
determined, and he's right here as well. We should perhaps not
Why
speak.
would I want someone looking for my head? Why would I leave them alive?
And all
Somebody that's
happens-
willing to pay 150 gold. It's not somebody that I want around.
Then we
anymore.
should see that through with you.
Also, before we talk about murdering in public,
Oh, we do it in private, probably.
there is a
Quietly.
very real chance that we have connections with the mayor and now the currently captainless city guard. But they could, in fact, perhaps deal with this
I don't think
necklace
there
for
is
us.
a captain of the city guard.
Correct. There's a captainless city guard.
I don't know.
One, in fact, wants this guy over here
Stop.
to be the captain of the city guard.
Wait, he
I would
wants
say that's
he
it.
wants that thing to be the
That's what
captain
he
of the city.
wants.
What thing?
Well, he's
This plan is worse than our plan.
I think it's the same plan. I just talked to him. He wants me to become his hired muscle that's willing to do bad things.
again because you worked with him that one time as his bodyguard.
Just his bodyguard.
Yeah.
Now he wants me to be his cleaner.
Oh,
No, the town's become much too dangerous, and if we're without a captain of the guard, and we have this bounty, then we have an unchecked balance. We have people who would seek out Hemlock without any kind of justice, without any kind of law. It's not a place I want to be around.
How do you know they won't follow us?
They very well could.
So why don't we tie this loose end up? And there's other loose ends that Jericho and I have to figure out.
very well.
I haven't stabbed anything today.
Well,
Perhaps we shall remedy that. Sounds like we're going to go visit.
if you
one
are
necklace.
being asked to clean up, according to the mayor, and he wants you to be a cleaner, as you mentioned, this seems like it would be a valid quest to take him up on that. I'm not exactly trying to justify random murder, but if I were, this is how I would do it. With a flourish.
You kill people with flourish?
I kill people with less. That reminds me of the time that I
Hold
killed
on,
an
you
elf.
know, you got to keep. You can only do one flourish per round,
Us.
according to Pathfinder rules.
I'll get back to you later on that.
Wait, okay. 5,
Next round.
2. Okay, new round. 6 seconds later.
Did I ever tell you about the time I killed an owl bear with just my toe?
You've literally never told me almost anything about anything because we just met and I don't like you.
It was in the sands of Thave. There was a great battle. It was not just me,
So what do you think
but it
we
was
should
two
do? How do we
others
get
as
there?
well.
The
Let's go.
warehouse.
What I did.
I know where it's at. Let's
it was
go.
It's a fade foreground shot.
He's trying to fade away as best he can on a podcast. That has a camera right on him.
Just curious how that feels to him when someone's telling a story and it just gets ignored and someone tries to go on.
Oh, yeah.
And then he came after me with a great.
Well, let's go. This notice looks fresh, so
Very well.
Okay.
Let us be off then.
You guys head towards a commercial area with a couple warehouses and easily find the Double Tan Warehouse, a rectangular old boxy structure with boarded up windows. Looks a little run down, pretty big though, and carts going by loaded with crates and goods. It's not close to the docks, but they come from here to the docks as needed. And there's the word, for those of you that read, that says double tan on the outside, and then it has two rectangles in a tan colored on the sign as well for those that are Stog impaired. And that's where, you guys are at the warehouse.
Hemlock will go right up to the door. Is it unlocked?
You check the door. It is unlocked.
You want to shoot it anyway?
Missed opportunity.
Hemlock goes right inside.
All right, you go inside. It is a dark...
Geggy goes first.
Nope.
Geggy has a hand in your face. Of Hemlock's hand.
Just 2 fingers on a wing. Just
Put me down.
It is a darkened warehouse with big, huge, thick beams supporting a structure. A second area up above with a second floor above that's just goes around like a little balcony area, but there's nothing up there. A bunch of crates, a side little office over in the corner, a couple elevated areas so they can bring wagons in and load them easily on top of things, and lots of dirty, dusty looking crate things. You see one crate is opened up and has a crowbar next to it and a bunch of hay splayed out.
small point of order. Unlike other scenarios and encounters that we have been in, probably not terribly surprising, but Jericho will continue to be right in Hemlock's back pocket.
All right.
You said it's kind of dark, so yeah, before Hemlock goes too far, he's swaggering in, but
Swaggering in.
Yeah, oh
nice.
He's got dark vision, so he's like looking to see any movement, anybody.
Sure, make a perception roll.
Cue Good, Bad, and the Ugly music.
Mm-hmm.
He checks to see if a saloon
23?
door is locked.
23, you hear some commotion of some wood-on-wood knocking sound on the far side of the warehouse. Something wooden hit something wooden.
That's where Hemlock's gonna head towards.
Okay. With Jericho in your back
Jericho
pocket?
right there and not looking at any of the rest of them.
Adoin's close by. He's
Zaldor doesn't let Jericho out of his sight, so he's right behind him.
Stog's usually right in Adoin's vicinity.
Okay.
It's not so much that the other four are irrelevant, it's just that I don't care about them.
All right.
Geggy cuts through the darkness,
so
but is trying to
hurtful.
keep a
I don't say it out loud.
higher observation
But-
on the
but my
rest
eyes
of the
show
group.
it.
I get your vibe.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I feel the energy,
Okay.
and I'm hurt by it.
Oh, good. My work here is done.
Suddenly, there is a whipping noise, and a steel dagger is thrown through the air at Hemlock up in front. And with a 27 to hit,
That hits.
you are hit for a number that equals 19 points of piercing and precision damage.
Ouch.
Was that you said 19?
19
Okay.
points.
That's a serious dagger.
And then from the darkness of the warehouse, about a half dozen cloaked elven figures draw blades and quietly descend or come out of their hiding spot and close in on the group and engage. And we have a battle, everybody.
Oh.
Battle time. Let's bring up the battle map, which is courtesy of Afternoon Maps on his patreon.com afternoon maps. If you're interested in checking it out more.
Thank you, Afternoon Maps.
All right. We have a battle that Jeremy is figuring out. I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative for
I'm still in the lobby. I don't have a
Jeremy's still in the lobby.
Refresh.
refresh.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. You're it's my fault. I would help if I activated the battle.
It's always
map.
Tom's fault.
That should be doing something now.
So I'm just
Is it-
verifying that a scout's warning is still available and being provided.
Yes.
Yeah?
I think it's permanently. I did it to everyone.
Okay, I just want to make sure if
Yeah.
I need to act it out or not.
You seeing something now,
Or
Jeremy?
it's somebody's early,
I refresh it one more time. I was
curiosity.
in the middle of the
um,
refresh when you activated.
okay.
You need to touch everything. That could be the other thing. Maybe there's a lesson in there.
Behold a map.
The map of battleness.
The menu of awesome. Okay.
All right, we roll initiative for everybody. Here we go. First up is Geggy, the archer.
Woo!
And-
About damn time.
And then every single one of the assassins will go next.
Oh, jeez.
Good job, Geggy.
These assassins, as you say, they're all armed with swords. So I will choose a target that is closest to any party member.
The rapiers and daggers.
Rapiers and
to be
daggers.
more specific. You need to choose which target. They're on the battle map if you can see it.
I can't.
That's one that's kind of.
Is there a way we can get full screen on the battle map?
Yes, he said
I
with
think he
confidence.
drags it to the other.
Okay. Do you have a thing?
Hey,
There we
we go.
We
Thanks,
can
boss.
see it on the other screen too. Okay, cool.
Oh, there's one like between me and the rest of the group. Yeah, so we'll target away.
Yeah, it looks great on the live feed. Looking good. All right, Geggy, what you got?
This closest target in front of me there. Right there, looks like.
What are you doing?
I am shooting.
Shooting one arrow. A strike is what you're doing.
A strike. I have, pardon me, it's been a while since I've done this. That
24%.
is 6. I will roll out.
Here comes the strike.
There we go.
An arrow is let loose.
That's a natural 20.
Woohoo! That's how it starts.
Natural 20. That's 2d6, 1, and a d10, and a d8. D10 is last, D8 is first. Here we go.
Oh gosh.
That is 11, 15, 31.
31 points of damage with your first arrow. Shunk, gets one of these cloaked elves right in the upper chest. What's
Nice
next?
shot.
Is it dead?
Oh, yeah, I have more than one attack. That was an unmarked. After I hit him, he's not dead.
Correct.
Now he's marked. Should have been the other way around, but now he's marked. Now my turn's over.
All right. It is elven action time, and it is one that is not too far away from Aduin. So we have a bunch of the heroes in the middle on the lower floor of this warehouse. There's an upper section, just about 4 feet up off the ground on the west side that just Geggy's on. On the east side, on a slightly raised platform, is another one of these agents, and this agent leaps off and charges at Aduin and stabs twice with a 21 to hit and a 20 to hit.
Neither will hit.
Oh, parried both times. The blade does not strike. Another enemy who is who just got hit with an arrow, comes charging with 2 move actions, charging right at Geggy, and with the last action, stabs with the rapier with a 25 to hit.
That'll make contact.
The pixie is hit for 13 points of damage.
Gouge.
That's a blow.
That was 1-5. Is that right? 15?
13.
13.
13.
Geggy.
All right. One minor. They are all sharing the same freaking health state. So
We're only dealing with 1 health pool here. That's good.
So then I'm just going to multiply it by
Just
6.
for them? They all have 604 points of health.
We'll make it fair. Oof. I wonder why. It did that once before, and I can't remember why it did that. We'll figure it out. We'll just figure it out. Yeah, I don't know why.
Screw it. We'll do it live.
Oh, there it is. Link actor data. Let's select each of these guys. I don't know why that was selected. Right. Settings. Bear with us, folks. Settings.
Can we zoom out on the map just a touch?
Link actor
Sounds like-
data.
Boop, boop.
Could you zoom in a little bit? I can't see.
Now zoom out.
Enhance. Enhance.
Almost ready. Link actor data. I don't know why it was set up this way. And then link actor data. And the last one in front of Geggy,
Is it dead now?
link actor data, is absolutely not dead. It's the only one with accurate hit points. You did 31.
31.
All right, so I'm going to heal. There we go. All right, the one to the north comes racing in towards Hemlock. Actually gets between Hemlock and Aduin and is, what was that? Was that 2 or 1 action?
35 feet.
That is 2 actions. Thank you. Ooh. Nice. You can go back. And then pokes with the rapier with blinding speed at Hemlock, the gunslinger, with a 32 to hit.
That hits.
Oh my gosh.
Just 9 points of damage.
Which will be reduced by, I think it's 8 for... retributive strike, 6. Reduced by 6.
So you take 3, you're at 40.
Yep. And then also, the Fishard comes swinging around in angry retribution against this elven creature. And that is not the best.
Terribly sorry. I need a retcon after this roll.
20 to hit.
It's a miss.
Okay.
Swing and a miss. What's going on, Geggy?
Geggy made a critical specialization hit that pins the dude to the wall.
Oh.
May have completely negated his attack, assuming he could have broken away from the...
Yeah, let's say he broke out, but he lost his action. So did he hit you?
He did.
Then
13.
that hit does not apply. You did not get struck.
13 points
But
But
back
he's
on.
still in my face.
He's in your face.
Okay.
We will just say he made that roll to get out with 1 action.
Got it.
All right. Another agent who's on a bit of a platform just steps a couple feet and is over the barbarian, so maybe still eye to eye. And I'm going to give him a +1 for having the high ground over Anakin, and he is striking twice with his blade, just twice. Maybe. No, he approaches with no blade and then instantly draws it out from the other hand in a way you weren't expecting, pulling it out from behind his, within his cloak, and catches you off guard against the first of his 2 attacks. So your armor class is -2 with an 18 to strike.
No.
Second attack's a regular attack with a 28 to hit.
That hits.
All right, that is just 8 points of damage to you. Healing these guys up from their poor group wounded status. There we go.
I still think it was a bad idea to come.
Another agent comes running down the west and is going to run all the way down towards Geggy. When someone points out, Archer! And he comes racing over to join his friends. There's 2 on Geggy. He only gets 1 strike at you with a 32 to hit. Let's just do whatever that damage was from before.
Fair enough.
Just get that
That's a
back
hit.
on.
13 damage
13
then.
damage to Geggy. And our last one is moving. He's moved back and forth. There'll be 2 actions. He's going to get close to Hemlock and strike with the same move. Pulls out a hidden rapier and catching you off guard. -2 to your armor class, Hemlock. 29 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. He gets bonus damage since you are off guard for 17 points of piercing and precision damage. They are all done, and next up is the barbarian, everyone's favorite barbarian. Stog.
Stog says.
So is he a barbarian or is he a thaumaturge?
It's a barbarian.
He's a barbarian.
Thaumaturge.
Or barbaric.
Stog. Stog says.
Or a Tharbarian.
Barbarian! You
Stog.
fear me, Barbarian!
Stog says. I've got surprises too, little man. And appears behind him
Okay.
on the platform.
Very barbarian-like.
Makes him
And
eat a crate.
Very demure.
tries to cut him down.
All right. He is now off guard, being flanked by yourself.
One of my favorite things. Oh, that's just going to be a 33.
33 is a critical hit.
That is max
Nice.
damage. So that is 8, and 8 is 16, plus 8 is 24. Doubled is 42.
Whoa!
24
Nice.
doubled is
48.
48, sorry.
I heard 42.
48.
Huge blow. What weapon are you wielding?
A longsword.
A long sword cuts deep into this elf slightly above you, and blood sprays out, but he is still standing and looking behind him and confused.
And Stog will just keep hacking away. He's got a bit of bloodlust.
All right, -5.
That is 19.
Miss.
I rolled the max damage again. That's crazy. That's my turn.
Okay. Next up is Zaldor the Wizard.
Zaldor casts Winds of Blades and Sands of Land, and he activates the impulse junction around him, moving himself as a part of his air speed differently. He will move up to half his speed as he activates his impulse control. If I can click, why can't I click on the thingy thing?
Where would you like to go?
Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing. Down and towards the two in front of Geggy. 10 feet there we are. And then I activate electronic teleports. And I will zap myself through the two of them with my electronic teleports kinesis, hitting them with lightning forms.
Okay, is that a reflex save on their part?
They should have no movement at all, but they do have a basic reflex save in this one.
All right. 26 and 34.
Their DC was 22. So that is a save and was it a critical save? Did you say 34?
Yes.
It's very rude. Let me at least roll the half damage then. That was a total of 12, so they take 6 points of electrical damage.
Okay.
Ha ha! Flourish!
That's the one for the round. And then we have Jericho safely snug in the middle of the group, surrounded by his friends.
Jericho's going to stay exactly where he is. With his 3 actions, he's going to do 4 things. First thing,
Run and run.
no running.
Screw these guys.
He's learning.
There is no running. First thing he does is, again, the minor chords come out on his ukulele, and he is going to play Dirge of Doom. Every bad guy is within 30 feet of him. Every one of his enemies is now frightened 1. They have no save.
Nice.
My impulse junction.
And they cannot reduce their frightened value below 1 while they remain in the 30-foot emanation.
Jesus. Wow.
A permanent one.
People are scared of. I'm the scariest guy here. I just want y'all to know that. That's.
Oh, we
I
do
mean, that's
know.
obvious.
Clearly.
Second thing, I'm going to do a lingering composition into Inspired Defense. I'll be making my performance check. I'm double checking because I leveled up. That's a plus 15. So a performance check, 20. Roll the 5 on a die.
Fail.
Okay, so 1 round of Inspired Defense for y'all. That's going to be +1 to everyone's armor class.
It's huge.
+1 to all your saving throws. And this is the important one, +1 resistance to all physical damage.
Excellent.
But just
That is
for the
fantastic.
1 round. That's my second action. For my third action, there is a bad guy who is up and to the left of my second best friend, Hemlock.
Mhm.
And that particular guy right there, I'm going to bond mow him. And I'm going to tell him that you look like somebody whose family tree is a ladder. And attempt to bond mow that gentleman right there.
It's this guy? I marked?
Yes,
Okay.
that one right there.
All right.
And so for that one, I have to make a diplomacy check against him.
Diplomacy
against their
versus
will
his
DC,
will.
but they are feared.
Okay.
So I got plus 14. That fell right out of my box. I rolled a 13 on the die. Plus 14 is 27.
27 is a success.
With a success, so he takes a -2 to perception and will saves.
Okay, so will saves are even lower. I love that.
That is my turn.
Okay, and I've marked the aura on the map. Don't know if you guys can see it, so I made it a little faint so it didn't dominate visually. Right in front of you
Which
is
one did you-
Hemlock, the gunslinger.
Yep, Hemlock will use his special ability 10 paces. He's not going to move, but that does allow him to draw one weapon. So he will bring out his pistol called Thunderbolt.
And just for new clarification, where does he draw it from?
Oh, so he has a bandolier called the Gunner's Bandolier. So there's like 4 slots for guns on his chest. And so he draws one, and then he's going to use his feet quick draw to draw a second gun named Lightning.
When you said that, I thought he uses his feet to draw the gun.
No,
That was amazing.
You call us
all of
weird.
that costs 0 actions.
What?
Yep.
Quick draw.
Oh, no, sorry. Quick draw is an action, but he gets a free attack with
Free
it.
strike with it.
Who's the target?
Which will be a 27 to hit.
Which guy?
Oh, sorry. The guy on my left that Jericho just spawn mode.
All right, he has been hit.
13 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
Okay, done.
And he will shoot with his other gun. That same target.
Okay.
Which is a 25.
That is a hit.
That is 7 points of piercing
All
or
right.
bludgeoning damage.
2 small hits, but they're adding up. Then we have Aduin bringing up the rear. What is your modifier? Yeah, you rolled.
Is that all your
like
actions?
A 6 on initiative.
That's all right.
That was 2 actions.
2.
Reload with 1. And so with his new bandolier, he just has to like, and it's loaded.
Without needing a free hand to
Correct.
do it. That's cool.
So Aduin, in his retributive strike, as like kind of flourished his fashard in such a way to draw attention to his muscular physique.
One flourish per action per turn.
And utilizing his intimidating prowess, he will demoralize the guy that is to his northwest, which would be just to the right of Hemlock.
Okay.
So it's +1 with my intimidating prowess. It's a skill that I just picked up, a feat, and adding +1 to demoralize.
All right.
So I believe I roll and add my intimidation +1. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's going to be a 15 to intimidate.
A total of 15.
Yeah, I rolled near minimum at a 3.
All right, then that is not successful, and I would like to hear why it wasn't successful. Because that's very unsuccessful.
Because this elf is really svelte and just is, spent a little extra time on leg day and is not intimidated by
Wire
Aduin's
thin, crazy thick thighs.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And is just not intimidated by Aduin's wiry physique. His strength is not apparent
All right.
to this.
Sounds like
dumb
Aiden's
elf.
the one that got intimidated. Oh man, I don't have thighs like that.
This elf played by Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Exactly.
Can I touch those?
The other elf says, "Do you even lift a broom?"
Exactly.
Bro.
And so instead, I will just bonk him over the head with a Vishart.
Okay.
And that will be 30 to hit.
It's a hit. Hits.
And they're all frightened, so they're -1 to, I think, all their checks.
I got that.
And there is a striking rune in there as well. It'd be, Jesus, not great damage. A whole 8 points of damage.
And which guy?
The guy to Aduin's northwest. So, yeah.
Northwest.
The middle bad guy.
Middle guy.
Yeah,
8
the middle
points
bad
of
guy.
damage.
A whole 8. And then as his final action, he is going to swing the Fishard around and is going to attempt to trip the other, the guy to his right. And because the Fishard also has sweep, the attack will be one less than the penalty that there would normally be involved. And I rolled a natural 1.
Oof.
-4.
Describe how you trip yourself, Adowin, master of the paladin arts.
I do so lift, bro.
So still feeling the energy from the other elf who had just basically dismissed Adwin out of hand and harmed his ego. I stumble forward and happen to fall down and trip myself onto the ground
All
because
right.
of my complete lack of.
You see the priest who'd ordained you up on the shelf just shake his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that Jericho's right kind of behind you and just goes, see, that's not Yannick. Yannick would never do that.
It's the start of a new round. I've got Geggy with her friend Zaldor next to her, but 2 of these elves in her face.
Yeah. Step back 1.
This isn't Tanaris, but okay.
No, I just read it. It's step. It's
No, you
step
can.
1.
Oh, no, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I read the rules. And to the marked creature that I had marked prior, who's got an arrow in his chest, he takes a bow shot.
Oh, that's how you mark them?
That's how I mark
Arrow
them.
in his chest.
It's pretty defined.
You are my target.
Whatever I hit. All right, here we go. This is a hunted shot, so it is a. Oh no, it is a. It is a hunted. No, hunter's aim is what it is. This is a +2. And that is 15, 23 to hit.
Okay, so you spent the extra action to line up for the big hit.
Yes,
Okay, gotcha. That is a hit.
23 is a
Nice.
hit.
Yes.
It's 11 total damage. 11 total damage.
Okay, done. What else?
That's everything.
Oh, all
Step is 1, and then the shot was 2.
All right. Next up is the one to the northeast who has been taunting Adowin mercilessly. He is attacking you. You are off guard, prone at his feet.
Can he attack when he's laughing so hard?
We'll take that into account.
There was no visible change to the condition of the elf that was hit after he took an arrow again.
Change.
Yes.
Like he's not dead.
No.
He's not. No, nothing.
Nope.
Not even. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Whining to his mommy.
All right. You are being attacked, Sir Adowin. 3 different times. Take your armor class 2 off. In reverse order, the third attack was a 15. The middle one was a 14. The first one was a 33.
33 will hit, and because I am off guard, it will critical hit.
Get
Are you
in-
adding 1 from the bard?
I will. So
Bard doesn't have that song.
Yes.
He just
Yeah.
cast defense.
Inspired
did?
defense.
Yeah.
+1 to AC.
yeah, and aren't they -1 as well? Did that for fear?
That's true. That is not accounted in my math. So, that's
So
a regular
then that is a
hit.
regular hit.
All right.
Oh, wait. Can we take that back? 'Cause
Yeah.
No,
I don't
no,
know.
no,
accepted us.
no. You're now Adowin's friend.
God.
It'll happen
Still
to
nice,
you,
slightly less
too.
tasty.
All right. A regular hit is 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay, that's leaving me with 87.
All right.
Humble brag.
Then you hear a voice call out, "Hold!" And you see to the north another elven gentleman in similar garb hold out a hand to you all.
Looks like an alien.
Yeah, I don't have a good image for him.
Oh, jeez.
He's an elderly elf. It's just rude.
like
don't know what their
alien with
culture's
some
like.
sort of religious
He
habit.
just recently got detached from that guy in Total Recall's chest.
Take my hands.
he's working on a new
I
life.
have 3 breasts.
He is there. Hold, he says, not as gruff. Hold. Let me find it. Hold. That's what he
He's
says.
doing this live. Wait a minute.
I'm workshopping this. Hold. Holds out a hand.
Adwin takes that opportunity to jump to his feet.
You are feated, but not defeated.
Not yet.
And he says, stay your weapons to the elves around, and they watch you all closely, but they do not engage. And I'm moving the combat round to the very beginning. So, Gegi, you can go again the moment you want to.
Oh, how about now?
Sure.
Gegi goes, put away your weapon. To the guy in front of him.
He does not put his weapon away, but is looking at Zaldor next to him, you, and then glancing carefully back at this leader of theirs.
What is the meaning of this? I mean, what is the meaning of this?
In the midst of all that, I would have thrown a soothe spell if I could on Hemlock.
On Hemlock? Not yet.
Okay.
But soon.
When that opportunity is arisen.
All right. The elf, the strong, manly, not emaciated, alien-looking elf, in the back says, "Stay your weapons. There needs to be no more bloodshed here."
Oh,
Zaldor will reach his hand up, surrounded by his storm cloud of sand, and pull the fist in to bring the entire form into him, deactivating his impulse. As a sign for Stog, making very clear eye contact, we're putting these away now.
Stalk kicks the pallet a little bit and lowers his weapon.
Everyone's gone nuts.
Yeah.
The Gegi will run from his spot up a more precarious path, like railing, and assume a higher spot, so he's got a better view.
I said there was an upper floor. You're on an upper floor while a soothe is cast. Go ahead and cast a soothe.
Alrighty. I'm going to cast it at 3rd level. So 3d10 plus 12. 10 plus 7 plus 4 is 21, plus 12 is 33.
Nice. Stog also
Jeff, 56.
materializes in one place.
Okay.
Feeling this warmth come over him, Hemlock just looks back and gives Jericho a nod.
Why are the elves here among us?
We had business here, but that business seems to have left us, and I believe you might be that cause, the elf says, motioning with his head towards the gunslinger, Hemlock.
Who are you?
He says, I am Epri Fenkaran. I've come here to negotiate, but the man who owns this warehouse, who went by the name of Neckles, or Jorman you might know him as. Apparently, as of yesterday, any business that I had with him has come to a close.
What business did you have with him?
That is none of your business.
All right, this is settled. Can we go now? These elves make me nervous.
Neckles, Jorman, whatever you want to call him, had a price on my head. So it is my business. If you had business with him.
Which means also you would have had business with him.
Our business has nothing to do with your business. We do not care about your head. We have heard of you, and we have heard of what you have done to Neckles Jorman.
Necklace is German? German is necklace.
Yeah, we knew that.
One of the other elves says, "Nothing of value," he says to his leader.
What were you looking for that was of value?
Anything we could find. We've come here to do business, and now that is no longer the case.
I've never seen you in this city before. Where do you hail from?
We hail from Mirskan. We are of House Ioleth. And we have no squabble with you, gunslinger, nor your friends. Not yet. And
Good, then
Not
go away.
yet. Which means you will have business with us?
it would be in everyone's best interest not to have a squabble, wouldn't you agree? It's not very conducive to commerce.
What kind of commerce are you bringing to Tavernry? Like I said, I've never seen you here before. I've heard of your house. Not in favorable light.
That is unfortunate, as we are a favorable house. I have only recently heard of you. I know of very few gunslingers, and so you definitely have piqued my interest, though I was not expecting you here. We have no further business here in the city, unless there is business that we need to finish here and now, which again, I would like to avoid.
I have no quarrel with you, if you are who you say you are.
He holds a hand again out to an overly eager elf who's closing in on to taunt Aduin once more.
I only trip once.
Trip me once, fool on.
Can't trip me again.
Can't trip me again.
Do you normally work with, do you all normally work with Lorsan there in Merscom?
He looks at you and says, "You know that name?"
You just heard the word come out of my mouth. That seems like a funny question for you to ask.
And the person behind it. How do you know Lorsan?
Well, answer my question, I'll answer yours. Because you've been a little tight-lipped to our questions so far, and you're the ones who attacked us. You drew first blood.
Lorsan is someone that we have dealt business with in the past. He is both shrewd and efficient, a trait that seems to carry amongst you gunslinger type, as I, by the sounds of it, would describe you as well.
There's a few soft footsteps as Gegi approaches Hemlock from behind and whispers to Hemlock, saying, "I think this business is drawn out enough, but if you have interest in it, you should inquire about the Red Cloak."
Yeah, thanks. We have heard of Lorsan. In fact, he has been here in Tavernry causing a little bit of trouble a few months ago.
So he is not here now.
I wish he was. Because I have unfinished business with him.
More business, it seems, today than I have seen in a long time. And yet we come out empty-handed today, and we'll be heading back to our city.
Did you happen to bring or know of a high-level wizard wandering through town recently?
I do not know of any wizard,
There's
nor
one.
what floor he is on, high floor or not.
There's only two in this building.
Well, our intention here is to continue to search of anything we can get of good value here, and it seems like nothing. His man nods again.
Would be very interested to find Lorsan. Is there any help you can give me in that regards?
It is possible. When you are next in Mirskan, why don't you look me up? an arrangement between us in the future might be beneficial to both you and I.
I can find you where in Mirskan.
He says, just ask about the house Ioleth.
Very well.
I am well known there. He says, then good day.
Good day.
I said good day to his men, and a couple of them reluctantly back away, particularly your guy.
I front a little bit.
Stumble a little bit, but then stumble.
As they're walking out, Gegi goes to one of the guys, the elves. Can I have my arrow back?
He's like, yeah, no hard feeling. That was pretty good. Hands over an arrow with half a spleen attached. That was a good one, buddy. You got me. They stay in there. They topple over another crate with just really cheap, crappy trade goods in it, and watch you guys head out.
So they were just being, they just like did the punk thing and just knocked over a crate as they were leaving just because?
They're staying.
Oh, they're staying. Oh, okay. All right.
They're looting.
Yeah.
We're going to loot the room.
We're going to kick down doors.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should.
Leave.
Yes. Seems like your business with Nichols
I'm tired of that
is
word.
concluded.
Yeah.
You need to wake up Stog, because after hearing the word business for the 6th time, he curled up on a pallet and fell asleep.
The
14
worst.
times. 14.
Should be the episode name.
Zaldor will go over and kick you in the knee.
Rah, rah, ree.
Let's go, Stog.
No more fight.
We have a journey to conduct.
All right, I have an alert here that a hero point needs to be given out. We do not have Derek, our technician, with us today to hand them out. Chris has taken on that mantle. Chris, who gains the hero point?
I so want to give it to myself.
I think you need
will.
it. I think you need it.
I will be giving that hero point at this moment to Hemlock.
Hemlock.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Next one goes to me.
Okay. Done. What would you guys like to do?
Well, we are
Leave the town.
provisions. We are.
So
set.
what provision? That's a big word. What provision needs to still happen for this big trip?
We, Zaldor and I earlier acquired horses.
Well,
And
notice I said still needs to happen. So thanks for talking past tense.
What?
Still needs to
well,
happen.
I'm
What still
explaining
needs to
what
happen?
we have done.
He hasn't had breakfast yet. He's a little
Is
snarky
there,
in the
is-
mornings.
Is there something you feel needs to be done, my
No, I
friend?
was asking what still needs to be done.
Well, I'm saying what we have done, so you might be able to also impart what else you
I'm
may
going to
feel
shoot
needs
one
to
of
be
you.
done.
I'm just.
I don't know who.
don't know
We have
who.
acquired
eyes will be
horses
closed.
and food.
And whoever says
gathered our
business
gear.
gets two.
Do you feel there is anything more that we need to gather?
I have no idea. I was just. Do you know? Is there anything else that still needs to be done? He doesn't know.
Yes, we need to go to Thave.
So nothing else needs to be gathered or done or prepped.
Oh, that's that. No, that happened.
Okay.
That's past.
What is the estimated amount of time in pixie miles to get to Thave?
Pixie, as the pixie flies.
As the pixie flies.
They're metric.
Yes.
It's like a 2.6
It's
for every extra.
very
kilometer.
frustrating. We never made it to the systems. We have our own ANSI.
You're looking at 10 days straight if you go through Fenmarl Forest. A couple more days if you go and circumvent it. And then the safest route is taking the trade routes, roads to Mirskond, then south into Thave, maybe towards Sarvid or Tarkress. And then you're looking at maybe 20 days.
10 to 20 days, depending on pathing.
What dangers wait us in Fenmoro Forest? Zaldor? Gegi?
I don't spend much time there myself.
It's
Zaldor?
It is not the easiest path. It is a quick one for certain. But
Make a
there-
survival roll.
let me make a survival roll and tell you exactly how dangerous it may be. Ooh.
So we don't go that way.
Don't entirely remember with a 13, but I feel like it's bad.
No. You got to flourish through that.
Flourish! This reminds me of the time that I killed an owlbear with a big toe. Did I tell you about this?
Why would you use your big toe?
That's an excellent question. Because
No.
the rest of my body was petrified. You see, I was in a great band.
And fade.
Do you have everything you need for a long trip? Or do you need more ammunition for your guns?
Why do you say it in that particularly suspicious way?
I did not say it in a suspicious way.
It seems
He just
suspicious
fired
when you
bullets.
said it that way, though.
Has anybody else noticed that Jericho just hasn't been himself lately?
Indeed.
No.
It is very
Jericho and
strange.
Hemlock have been themselves.
I think he's acting kind of
It's
weird.
the rest of
I
you.
was replaced by a simulacrum. I am not your true friend. I am an evil demon corpse.
Do I have
And
to
this
kill
is what
him?
happens when he
See if
doesn't
this
get
gets
his
him. See if
breakfast.
this gets him. You think he'll fall for that?
I don't want to.
I suggest through the forest path. It is the shortest way. Time is always of the essence.
In this case, I believe that's true more than not. Callie and Varro seem to be most concerned about a great danger that was coming in or has already appeared.
Through this Fangorn forest it is that...
Trademark. Let's cut that.
Yeah, no. There's our YouTube strike.
Mr. DM, what time of day is it right now? Where are we?
There's sunlight. That's all I know.
We're at Pegs and
Think you guys
Quests.
have some morning stuff, so maybe late morning or early afternoon.
early
It's 10
afternoon,
o'clock.
perhaps.
We're going to say 10 o'clock.
It's about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'd say 10 o'clock.
All right.
My good friend. Jericho. Singer of song.
Oh, wait, what are you talking
Hey,
about?
do we-
Yes.
Oh,
I
My
don't
good friend.
what was your
have
name again?
the map directly in front of me, but Creevorn.
Eowyn?
Aduin, are you intentionally trying to hurt my feelings?
I,
You know I'm very sensitive.
I don't even know if you have feelings. You're an elf.
Of course I have feelings.
Okay.
That's racist.
Do you have feelings? Grog?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Zeldor still trying to get things done.
Waiting until everyone's conversed it out. Creevorn is where we're headed in Thave, and I want to confirm on my maps with my 13 survival roll that Creevorn is north of Thave or south of Thave.
With the 13, it's in the center of the earth.
It is right where it needs to be. Impossible to reach.
That way.
North.
We're here. We've
You've been here the whole time.
been here the whole time.
Oh, that's a critical fail.
You, in fact, have not been here the whole time.
I am going to cast message and initiate a conversation
Okay.
on the down low
With me?
with my friend Hemlock.
Okay, you guys
Because I am on the verge of, again, wetting my own pants.
are all right. You guys are walking down the street trying to figure out where to go next and what the plan is. Zaldor is coming up with some map locations that he doesn't know with a 13. Unless you have in your notes, when a message is whispered and is heard in Hemlock's ear, and he can give a response back.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
They don't know where in the world they're going, and I am not going anywhere with these guys.
I feel what you're saying. I don't like this at all. You're missing Hemlock, or you're missing Dash. I'm missing Galen. I really do not want to leave this city without finding Galen.
I'm not leaving until I find Dash.
Everyone ready to go?
Yeah, no, everyone seems ready. You said we have everything.
I was
Time
ready
to
yesterday.
No,
I'm
there's
ready
no
to
way
go.
I'm leaving.
We're going on a trip. We're going on a trip.
This could be so exciting to go on a trip with you. There's no way I'm going with these guys.
Yeah,
So what? How do we? What?
let them go ahead, and we'll ditch them.
Just
I don't know how else. What do you?
Do you have a plan?
No, I don't have a plan.
I thought-
The two of us cannot fight all four of them at once.
I didn't
Please
wanna-
insert
I didn't wanna
25
fire them.
cents to
They
continue
seem
your
like-
message.
You proceed to collect message from. We can't go with him. We got to.
We can't go. It's a trap.
We cannot go anywhere with strangers, even if some of what they're saying is familiar to us.
They don't seem like horrible people. They're just bad people. I mean, they're just not our people. Yeah.
I don't think they're bad.
I don't really want to kill them.
You did.
Are they still in message? How long is this
It's
message?
a couple it's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. I can guess that 1,000 times.
There's just a pause of like 5 seconds in
Yeah, no,
between every that we're
We're waiting hands in
Weird.
front of you.
Reading the screen.
You wake up in Thave.
We're already halfway there by the time.
It's 10 days.
So's your message.
Down the street, Hemlock, you see a silver cord running down the edge of a lamppost.
Without taking my eyes off of it, I grab Jericho's hand and lead him towards it.
Jericho, you can see there's this lamppost, and down the edge of it is a faint light that's being given off. Excuse me, like a faint white glow off of this cord. And the two of you can see a pale, gray cloaked figure crouching down next to the post and removing.
How far away is
the
it?
silver- I don't know, 100, 150 feet or so down the way.
Jesus.
And taking that silver cord.
I want to fire a warning shot. Now, I don't want to hit whoever's in this gray cloak, but I want to get their attention.
Jericho, make a perception roll. 22 is your target.
Alrighty, perception plus. I got plus 13. My roll is a 2. Plus 13 is 15. I'm gonna hero point it.
Hero point it.
I threw that right on my phone.
Oh man, did your phone okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
It's a hero point. It doesn't hurt. It always works.
That's a 14 on the die. Plus 13 is 27.
All right. You
Nice.
do notice one odd thing right before an extremely loud thing that goes off. You notice that only you and Hemlock seem to be paying any attention to this figure. No one else on the street nearby seemed to notice this figure being weird around this lamppost, nor any of your fellow heroes in the group. They continue to just walk along.
Can you just tell me with that, what's all I've heard is a gray cloaked figure. Anything else I can just see, like a descriptor of this guy, or just it's a gray cloaked figure?
Just a gray cloaked figure is all. I'll make another perception roll, 22, and maybe you glean some more information.
Alrighty.
How tall is he?
20.
20.
Does Hemlock see? Can Hemlock make that same roll?
Nope. Bang! You shoot.
Ah!
Geggy charges over to Hemlock to try to figure out what the hell
as
he's
soon as
shooting
I
at.
shoot, I'm booking it towards.
All right.
I'm going with him.
Zaldor activates
We're
his
all running!
impulse. Sandstorm swirling around him as he flies behind you.
What is it? What is it?
Ah! What are we fighting?
It's a race, apparently. Let's start a fist.
Do I
He
have
runs in the other direction.
I just want to ask at any time I can through this, because I know there's going to be some description of whatever happens. Spells that I wish to cast at the opportunity I have to cast them.
Okay. Hemlock, what were you doing? Bang, and you're
Bang, and then I'm booking it towards this. It does when I fire, and I fire close enough to get their attention.
Yes.
This gray cloak figure. What happens? Do they turn around?
Yeah, well, you fire and you're about 100, 150 feet away, and then you're running.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. They turn around, and you get a brief glimpse of a human face, mostly covered by the hood, and then they bolt down between two buildings as fast as they can. You see the cord disintegrating once again in their hand, and they are running really fast. The crowd turns around, and they all start scattering or crying out or covering what this loud is. Some people are clapping, thinking it's fireworks, and that's the situation.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm running after this figure.
Geggy?
Do I see where he was firing?
Nope.
I do size like get that gray cloak, and as I'm running,
Okay.
How many gray cloaks are there?
Yeah.
0.
I don't see a gray cloak.
I'm not. I'm hoping Jericho's right behind me, but I'm not
Jericho?
I'm not looking away from this gray cloak figure.
All right, Jericho's not keeping behind you. Jericho instead is casting some magics.
Haste. You're a little faster.
Thank you.
All right, Jericho holds the line, casts the spell,
And then I chase after him.
and then casts haste.
And then as fast as I can go, I chase after him.
All right, Hemlock, you chase out this figure. You duck behind, between two of these buildings and are going down an alleyway. You still see, you lose sight, but as you turn, you still see the person, then duck behind another turn, looking back and trying to lose you. Shoot, you're hasted, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I was going to have to make a roll. No roll necessary. You are just fast and closing in crazy fast. And you whip around another corner and on another alleyway that is a dead end with the hooded figure at the far end looking for a way out, pushing on a door that will not open, frantically going over to a wall and touching the wall and trying to find some way to climb and cannot. And you have them cornered.
Stop moving. Put your hands in the air. I just want to talk.
Hemlock? Hemlock! Where are you?
He went this way.
A young woman holds out a hand from beneath her pale gray robe. Stay away from me. Don't come near me. And we will take our break there. And we will be back in just a little bit once Jeremy has us go to break. Thanks again for joining us here at the Inglorious Bards. We appreciate the support. If you'd like to help out the show a little bit, help keep the lights on, patreon.com/IngloriousBards gets you access to our after show. We do every single session talking about what we think happened, what we think is going to happen next, as well as some fun one-shots as well. So check that out, patreon.com/IngloriousBards. Right now, we are still within the city of Tabanry in an alleyway. It is just Hemlock at the only way out in an alley, and about 40 feet away is a young woman who has pulled back the hood of her cloak and holding out a hand. Stay away from me. Don't come near me.
Hemlock, who had his pistol in his hand, holsters it and kind of raises his arms in a non-threatening manner. I mean you no harm. I just have some questions. I saw you last night at the celebration, and you did the same thing I just saw you do with that silver cord. And since I saw you last night, my life has gotten very weird, and I'm hoping you can help me with some of these answers, because the only conclusion I can draw is there's something up with these silver cords.
She looks at the...
I'm Hemlock, by the way.
She looks at the door that she tried to open and then looks up at a window. I can't be seen talking to you. I know who you are. You don't know me, but I know you.
Why can you not be seen talking to me? There's nobody around. It's just us.
Because things are dangerous, way more dangerous than you know. Everything is.
What is the immediate danger?
She takes a couple steps closer. Look, I know you're confused. And she whispers a bit, but there's a lot at stake.
I just want my friends back. I do not know who these 4 people in my party are. They have the same memories as I do, but I have no memories of them until this morning. Please help me figure this out.
I'm not here to help you. I'm not here to help you. I'm not here to hurt you, but I'm not here to help you.
Who can help me if it's not you? You're the only lead I have right now.
She looks around.
What is the danger that is going to happen to you if someone sees us?
Geki is tracking Hemlock now.
Okay. So you've seen them, the silver lines.
Yes. 2 of them.
Stay away from them.
Okay.
I touched one.
Don't touch them, whatever you do.
How do I get my life back? How do I get Jericho and my life back?
She gets closer to you, looking around quite anxiously. At some point, you'll see more of these silver lines. They'll be around something dangerous. You'll know it when you see it, and I don't know what it is.
Why are you collecting them? You're telling me not to touch them because they're dangerous, but you are collecting them.
Because I... Just listen.
I'm listening.
If you see these silver lines again, and it'll be clear as day, destroy them. Use your weapons. Blast them away as quick as you can. And you'll think if you do it, it'll be really dangerous. And it will be. But it will bring back what you want, and things will be right. But that's only if you can live to this point. And you really need to live to that point.
What is it? What is coming after me that's going to take my life?
She says, I can't tell you that.
Can you tell me your name?
She closes her lips. I'm sorry, I can't be here. And as Geggy comes around the corner, you look back to see Geggy, and then as you turn around, she disappears, and you see a weird warble on a wall next to the door, and then the warble fades away and becomes solid again, and she is gone.
I found him. He's over here.
Blade Sphere! And a aerial boomerang fires through Geggy and Hemlock into the end of the alleyway. You have to make reflex saves. Sorry, guys.
So wait, do I see this stranger attacking my friend?
You see your beloved Zaldor.
It's only a DC 22.
I passed.
I fail.
You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 points of slashing damage.
And 7 to Hemlock then?
7 to Hemlock. Flourish!
You don't say flourish. You do a flourish.
What was that for?
I don't understand this. I've been a wizard for a very long time, and we always flourish. I was...
Why did you be that wizard?
I always read the stage directions.
Are you all right?
No,
Neither am
you
I.
just blasted both of us.
But whatever you were chasing, did I stop it? Is it gone? I'm helping.
It's not helping.
Was it
You don't just get to say that you're helping. You have to help.
No, I've been a wizard for a very long time. You announce.
I think I know when I'm helping.
I'm a great lover. Damn, it didn't work.
Don't do that again.
Well, obviously not to you, lad. That's not my goal. I apologize for the wary blade sphere. But did we handle the
Meanwhile,
danger
there's
that you
a
were in?
pixie stapled to the wall with like 5 blades crucified.
Yeah, you get down from there. We're done now.
Quit screwing around.
Don't leave that wing behind.
Whatever. There's a slur of cuss words in pixie language that are just coming. I am violating the Fey language for as far as the ear can hear. All
I
right.
think she's speaking in Fey.
It's such a beautiful tongue.
Are we done here? Can we go, please?
None of you saw. Are we all together now?
Yep, everyone's there.
None of
Jericho
you-
bringing up the rear.
None of you saw that gray cloaked figure?
You keep saying gray cloak. There was no gray cloak. I did not see a gray cloak.
I saw.
Pay to win. Help me down.
Well, I may have thrown the sphere before making a target. just assuming it was at the end of the alley, so I didn't.
Are you always like this?
No, of course not. We've done this for months. You know that I don't typically use
Don't say
blades
that.
fist through everybody.
Don't say that anymore.
I mean, it's not.
Don't say that.
untrue.
No, I said don't say that anymore.
Jericho.
No, you just attacked my friend in an alleyway. I came this close
He attacked me
to
too.
return the favor. I don't care.
Giggy is searching the ground for additional tracks. Hemlock says there's a gray cloak wandering around. Maybe it left tracks.
All right, you begin searching.
This alley doesn't go anywhere.
The door right there. There's a window right up there.
Which one did they go through?
Don't worry about it. I have to go gather some things before we leave town. Where should we all meet? Let's say
I gotta
1 hour.
I gotta heal you up now that you got attacked.
Yeah, me too.
I will take care of that for both of you. And
Me too, please.
Let's make it easy. We'll
course
meet
you
at
as well.
Pegs, of course, in an hour.
and Adwin will first heal
Geggy.
no,
Jericho.
Jericho. Yeah, not Jericho.
Jericho's not hurt.
Hemlock?
Hemlock. Yes, I'm sorry. Jeez.
Sorry, it's different. It's
Everybody,
it's new
I'm
names.
still trying to get used to the new people here. Up to 18 hit points worth of damage. And then as we go back to pegs, I will heal everybody else over time. Should we continue to stay with you?
No, I'll meet you guys at Pegs in an hour.
You will be coming back. You've been acting strange lately.
Well, if I don't come back, feel free to leave without me.
We would never leave without you.
Yeah, we're a team.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, my best
And
friend.
we're going to keep this one hostage until you come back.
We need 2 for the sacrifice.
All right, Hemlock heads off, and the
I'm gonna take Jericho with me.
oh, okay.
What? No.
Jericho.
Yeah.
Let's go gather our things for this journey.
Geggy is following.
Okay.
I don't even have my bag.
All right.
I don't need Giggy. I don't need you anymore. There's no more.
You gotta go get.
Nobody else is coming after me.
Greggy, you gotta go get healed
It's
anyway.
still a dangerous place.
I can more than take care of myself.
Firing into a crowd of people, you're drawing more attention than anyone that I've ever known, especially one who's supposed to be laying low this entire time.
I don't need to lay
Especially
low
one who had a
anymore.
bounty on their head. Especially
Pat.
one who had a slew of elves after them.
Had a bounty is the correct phrase.
Had a bounty, but there's some fool out there somewhere who has the idea, the notion, the simple idea that someone's walking around with 150 gold still on their head.
That's fine. I'll take care of them if they come after me. So I will see
Geggy's
you
following.
in an hour.
Geggy is now following stealthily.
Okay. Geggy, make a stealth roll. Hemlock, what is your perception?
Well, would that be
Plus
mine as
10.
well?
Just going to be his.
Okay.
What did you say? 10?
Plus 10.
10. You need a 20 or higher on your stealth roll, Geggy.
Stealthy.
Okay.
24. was
Hemlock, where do you go?
We're gonna head back to the inn.
Okay.
Jericho and I. I'm assuming you're
Sure.
coming with me.
All right. You guys head back to the inn. You are inside and up at Jericho's room.
Close the door.
Okay. Just a little light fluttering, like delicate birds on the other side.
Well, even like put it like the old chair against the door.
All right.
Had a
a pixie eye in the hole.
I guess we could do this through message too, so we're not like voicing anything
Sure.
out loud.
What happened?
I had a brief
Just standing.
conversation with a young woman in that gray cloak who collected that silver strand last night and did it again right in front of us a few moments ago.
Isn't anyone you ever seen before?
She would not give me her name. She was very hesitant to talk to me at all. Said that
secrets.
she can't be seen talking to me. She seemed very worried and
Did she
emphasized what kind of danger we're in.
what kind of danger?
She was not giving me a lot of information.
She didn't
Did say, under no circumstances to touch those silver cords.
I touched mine.
I think that's why we're in the predicament we are in now.
You laying that on me?
No,
Okay. No, you just
it's
did.
just where we're at.
Okay.
You didn't know?
No, I didn't know.
I would have done the same thing.
All right.
But she said we need to keep destroying. She said we will see more of these. A
Okay.
lot more of these. And we need to destroy them every time we see them.
Okay.
It seems like
So that
these
sounds like
other-
I did the right thing because I destroyed mine
you did, but you also
What?
touched it.
with a knife.
Okay.
I didn't touch it with my
Let's
finger.
not do that anymore. As soon as I see another one,
So
guns out.
So I'll destroy it with magic then.
So let's do that. Seems like these 4 interlopers are not seeing what we are seeing. They do not know what is happening. That's all the information I have.
I don't get the vibe that they're evil.
I don't think they're evil,
They're just wrong.
Just hungry.
but I don't know if they're with us either.
They seem to really want to go down to Thave, but I gotta find Dash.
I need to find Galen.
So did she say where we would find all these other?
I think they're just going to randomly follow us around these silver cords.
Okay, well they've all been here in town, so we gotta stay in town, right?
It doesn't seem like these 4 friends of ours are going to let us. They're not going to leave without us, and they're not going to leave us alone. They're probably tracking us right now.
What?
That little pixie found me very quick.
I'm gonna go look out. I'm gonna go look out. I'm gonna go peek out the window, see if I see the little pixie.
Yeah, there's a moth to a flame. There's a little window.
Who puts a bug zapper out here?
I'm
What
gonna do
the-
that old classic, like just out the window, just see if I see a pixie or any of the 4 out the window.
Just waving
It's a good
at
thing
you
they didn't
from
look
the
through the
street.
keyhole.
Yeah.
Sharpen little teeth out there. Invite me.
That's Salem's lot.
Do I see anything out my window?
It is a pixieless window view.
All right.
So how do we make them leave without us?
We got.
I don't see. They're not going to leave. I don't see them leaving without us. They feel like we're a whole party. We wouldn't have left Galen or Dash
Well, I guess.
or Yannick.
But
Why would they leave us?
I guess I can only see 2 options. We sneak away, or we just tell them.
Okay.
Do you have
I don't think sneaking away is going to. That little pixie is going to be a pain in our ass. It's far better at tracking than either of us.
And how?
I got some magic things I can do to help if we do find out he's tracking us. But
yeah,
I'm fine with either one. Although they're
Let's just-
stubborn.
Do we tell them all of this?
We've been trying, but they're
Then we can be. I mean, we can be honest with them and find out that they're
oh.
are
There's-
not our friends, or if they are our friends, they help us.
There you go. Zaldon?
Wizard.
Zalgon?
Just call them the wizard. I don't know what to
Fake
use
Dash?
Their names. Fake Dash works.
Sure. He seems super like I gotta go to that other country place.
Save.
If that's
Which
the one.
that was the course we were on. I still feel like there is danger that has to be taken care of there.
Yeah.
So another option is to go with them
Can't.
to Thave.
It's not just
Well, I
It's
feel
not,
like
it's not just that I need to find Dash. I have to get Dash to Thave. That's his family.
yes.
I can't just go there and hope all this happens and I find my way back to our real world. And then Dash is still here in Tabernary. His destiny is to go there. His destiny is to become great and to save his family in Thave. I'm not going to let that not happen.
I feel you.
I'm not leaving without him.
Okay. Then we tell them we're not going.
Okay.
Let's go meet up with them.
All right. Well, we got an hour. We can get something to drink first. I guess we're going to Pegs. We can get something to drink. Well, we can do both.
Let's just go.
Do you
to
need
Pegs.
any more bullets?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Meanwhile, at Pegs, 3 of our heroes are gathered there. Anything you guys would like to do or discuss? Aeduin, Zaldor, and Stog.
Stog catches Aeduin's eye. Aeduin,
Yes,
there's
Doc?
still a glowing ball under your new home, under the temple.
It is a loose thread that I have not had time to pursue. I had meant to speak to my brothers at the temple of that, but things got away from me there.
We've got an hour. Go talk to them.
Indeed.
I just feel maybe I'd be more comfortable if we knew what that was before we left.
That's fair. I would as well. Let us visit the temple. Perhaps we will teach you to read yet.
That's too hard. I've tried.
I have faith in you. I believe you can learn.
Not so sweet. I pick you up and give you a giant bear hug.
And I attempt to
Stog, what did we say about
intimidating
touching?
prowess. Not again.
Boundaries.
That's all. We could use your help.
Yes, I suppose you might. I need to wait to get back into my room so that I can pack whatever is left. Though I have most in my cloak pouches. Blah, here's the dagger. Blah, my bedroll, of course. Blah. And most everything else, but I would like to make sure there's nothing left behind while we're going to be gone for potentially a longer trip than was once in hell. Thave is an unkind and unforgiving land, and we want to be as prepared as possible.
Did he say yes or no?
He said no.
Oh, okay.
He's going to stay here.
What? No, I'm coming along. I just wanted to let you know I had plans.
You're a confusing sort.
I mean,
As we jaunt along, let me tell you a story. I ever tell
No,
you
thank
about
you.
the time?
Story time! Story time!
So you guys are going to
Temple of Carahel.
the new Temple of Carahel. All
Yes.
right. You find Priest Incalia there. And you walk into it's again being partially constructed. There's work being done now. Stones are being mortared into place. You are able to walk inside. They've got some tarps for a ceiling overhead, and Priest Incalia is there. And he says, "Oh, good afternoon, Sir Aeduin."
Priest Ankelia, a pleasure, as always.
And what can the church do?
I had meant to inquire with you. There was, when we were first clearing the Renarian Brotherhood Temple in order to become the second Temple of Carahel here in Tabernary, there was a mysterious artifact within the confines towards the in the bottom levels. What has become of that?
Oh, yes, indeed. It has been a bit of a mystery for us as well. We've worked some divining magic quite a bit upon it. and have not been able to ascertain much other than one fact, and that is it is not of Renarian Brotherhood origin. It has none of their markers of magic whatsoever.
And you have not been able to access this?
Not magically, not physically. Even the stone around it seems reinforced and strong. But we have not yet begun the full rites of Carahel's consecration. Once the whole building is fully constructed, perhaps that might weaken the magic. When her holiness and grace is upon the entire structure itself. There is still hope yet for this mystery.
Indeed. I should then leave that at your disposal. I do have one other concern. My companions, 2 of them, seem to be suffering from some mutual delusion, and it is causing some concern for the rest of us.
I know whom you speak.
Yes.
The old wizard Zaldor is quite delusional.
Well, that is a separate delusion indeed, but however, it is the other 2...
Because me and the priest have been talking about Zaldor quite a bit for some time now.
I don't want to know.
See the bird? He's wearing a little hat.
My other companions, though, Hemlock and Jericho, they seem to believe we were these other companions that they were traveling with, but they seem very sincere and committed to this belief, and I am concerned, and I am hoping that, those with the knowledge here in Carahel may have some insight onto how we might be able to cure them and have them realize that they have been with us this whole time.
Well, that is quite a conundrum, and such magics we can wield at some cost, but this is certainly worthy of the first night of Carahel. Bring them here, and we can try to cure them of this ailment or curse and put our concentrated efforts to helping them.
We're expected to meet them soon, and I will probably bring them here before we part. We will soon be leaving town on another mission.
Nope. Very well. I will let the other the priests know that you will be coming back.
Excellent.
All right.
I go in. Saldor's got a lot of knowledge. Maybe he could look at the light in the basement.
He was here before and had no further insight than he does now. If the priests have not been able to gain access, I do not believe we will either.
I know many things of many ways, dog, but there's much in the world that eludes me. If it's not of an elemental form of magic, it's not something I will often have information about.
And pistachios.
Where did you come from? Keggy?
All right, the group is meeting up at Peg's yet again. It is late afternoon.
You're the one who talked. Do you want to tell them this, or do you want me to? Who's gonna?
Let's just have a sit down and see how this goes.
Okay.
They're still acting weird.
They are, indeed.
They're acting super weird.
Yeah.
We have provisions. Are we going?
Nope.
Sorry?
Was that a good start?
Jericho and I cannot leave Tabernacle yet. There's a mystery here we've tried to talk to all of you about. It's just gotten a little more mysterious.
More mysterious, yeah. No, that's fair.
What do you mean by more mysterious?
Jericho and I are seeing things we do not believe you guys are seeing. There was definitely a gray cloaked figure. I had a few brief moments. It was
The silver cord.
young woman who I have seen now collect 2 mysterious silver cords.
Like the one I told you that I saw in my room that you thought was your room, but was
There
my
was
room, but
one
with Dash, but not with you. But it was
last
the same room.
night.
Which one of you is telling us this story?
We are.
I see.
There was one last night after the fight with the captain,
Mm-hmm.
and there was one on our way from the warehouse,
I went in my room.
and there was one that Jericho messed with last night.
Stog checks Hemlock's temperature. Holds his hand
Anally.
to the back of his head.
With a club.
All right.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
So, I don't.
This young woman told us to not touch these silver cords
I see.
and to
Right now's a
destroy
good time for you
them
to listen.
on sight.
Don't
She
touch
said
them.
that will be the key to finding out answers as to where our friends went. I know this is all mysterious to the 4 of you.
You're clearly upset. You've both been upset for the entire day. So,
Because we do not know you.
as you continue to say, despite the fact that we have shared experiences, shared stories, and we have a deep, intimate knowledge of you. So I don't want to waylay or dismiss or sound like what you are saying is not true. You're right. We don't experience what you're saying. I have not seen a silver cord,
Nor I.
nor Gegi. But things are obviously happening and things are different. You have never been this distraught. And I do not want to make this any worse than it is. So if you feel that we need to stay in Tabernary to find one of these silver cords, which you can see, we will do this. We will help you. We'll support this, but please trust us. Trust me when I say that we're here as your support. We are all guardians of Tabernary and the Knights of Carahel. Let's be that with each other while we are here. And even though I am not what you consider to be a friend, maybe we could start over. And
If I may.
Gegi.
Adowin seemed very keen on this Callion Vero
Yes.
and her portents, her ill omens of us going back to Thave and doing that very quickly. There seemed to be no question about it until last evening. And now we're not going?
What if somebody wants to keep us from going to Thave?
We are not trying to keep you from going to Thave. All I'm saying is Jericho and I have talked, and we have only seen these anomalies in Tabernary. We have no reason to think we'll see them outside of Tabernary, so we must stay here to find our friends.
If I may, you haven't gone outside of Tabernary, so you don't know if they're outside Tabernary.
That is true.
And correct me if I am wrong, because
Okay.
I am hoping to try to understand what is happening here. But from if I am not mistaken in what we have talked about, everybody you have met that you also know as the people who they are, know us as the people who we are.
Yes.
And they do not know of these other individuals that you have
This is
believe
all
us to be.
correct. And it's all mysterious.
So, if it is only the 2 of you who have this shared memory of these other members of this party, is that correct?
So far, but I mean, I haven't talked to everybody.
But everybody who you
Sure.
have spoken to.
Yeah.
And so
Like 5 people other than you. Sure.
Yeah. and would it not then be more logical that it is something happening and with you two rather than the rest of the world?
Oh yeah, no, that's what we think.
We pixies call it Occam's razor.
Yes. I've heard of this. So you agree that it is some sort of shared experience just between the two of you, and the rest of the world is as it was and has always been that.
So you remember when there was all the ships,
Yes.
right? And all the ships were the same ship,
Yes.
right? And so that leads that there was the likelihood that there was more than one world where each ship was,
Right.
right? And that on one ship there was probably Hexton and his wife and his son. But on some other world, there was also Hexton and his wife and his son. And in each one, they got like a painting done, and they wrote the logs. The logs were the same. Remember, we found logs that were just the same.
Yes.
Captain's log. So there was one world here that had Hexton and his wife and his daughter, and they sat down one day and said, "Let's get a painting done." And Hexton did a log of his ship. And there was another world where Hexton said, "Hey, let's get a painting done," and it looked the same, and did the logs.
Yes.
But they were two different places, and somehow those two ships ended up in kind of the same place, floating there where we had to jump from one to the other. So imagine, if you will, that we were on one, not really one of Hexton's ships, but one tabernary, and you were in another tabernary. And just the two of us came over to your tabernary, and the Jericho and the Hemlock that you knew jumped ship and got put on ours.
So,
But the difference was that you guys were a little, like, not everything's the same,
but
but you guys,
in that other world, I am this other one, and Zaldor is the other one, and
the only things that were different were the four of you between the two worlds.
so
Corso!
She comes after some time and says, "You're so loud."
I need something to drink, please.
All right.
That would be super good for everybody.
Okay. Drinks for all.
Please, you're the best.
Not on the house.
Don't fluff her up too much. And I give Crisol a wink.
So that being the case, then,
So all I'm saying is, it's not outside our experience that something like this could
True.
happen.
that is true, but then also, then if things were to be set to rights, wherever we are is where your other friends would then also be.
Well, maybe, yeah.
So then, because we are connected in that way.
The other ship.
Correct. The way you have described it, in that connection, and there's that crossover. So where they are, we are. And where we are, they are.
And every action that has been taken has been the same action despite which ship you're on.
I would guess pretty much most. Not every, but most every.
Then
so
one
why
could
would
also
you not
surmise-
wish then to stay with us?
One could
Because
also
we are
surmise
them and they are us.
the consequences are the same.
Because of the things that are different, you've heard me talk about the things that are different.
Well,
we have dear friends.
The four of you are not familiar to us, even though we have these shared stories, these shared adventures.
It's the differences that, it's gonna sound weird, but that make the difference. It's the four, and I think for each of us one.
Yeah.
That you heard me talk about Dash.
You've mentioned him.
I need to be back to Dash.
And I need to find Galen. I made a promise to protect him. And as much as I like you, Stog,
I like you too.
He
You're
bats
not.
away your breath.
you're not Galen.
Nope.
And I don't feel a connection to you like I felt to Galen.
Well, that's quite hurtful.
Didn't mean it is hurtful, it's just the truth.
What would your other friends be doing then, right now?
Packing up and heading to Thave.
Would it not make sense then that you should do the same with us? Because that's what we intend to do.
And that's fine.
And that's what they would do. And
It's-
if we are them and they are us, and when things are, hopefully this silver cord sets things to rights, then the only way for you to find your friends is to be with us.
Except that they probably are either missing us and saying, where in the whole world are Jericho and Hemlock? Or they're sitting with two very confused Jerichos and Hemlocks trying to figure out what to do.
Well,
I would say it's more fair to say that we were going to go to Thave, but either we're not with them, and I don't imagine they're just going, well, I guess Jericho and Hemlock aren't around, let's just
Then allow me
disappear."
to surmise then your intent. It is to stay here and seek out these items
Solve the mystery.
and stay here for however long it takes. Weeks, months, years. Looking for these. I have to ask, what if you don't find them? What if this mystical element, thing that you're supposed to be doing, doesn't occur? Then what? We, right now, have Calian Vero, who Edwin says very, the portent that she described, this great evil that is coming, is still coming with a very defined time, according to Calian Vero.
and we were chosen.
So I was impressed by her. She sees portents and things about the future.
Exactly.
I was just a kid whose mom and dad owned a store and played some music. And I heard things and saw things. And part of what I saw was my friend Dash.
And she put that.
And I couldn't do anything special before that.
And
Wait, I couldn't do anything. I wasn't anyone. And I started to follow that vision, and I can do magic, and I can bring healing to people because I've followed the vision and the music that I saw. And at the core of that was what I saw about my friend Dash. And that's what I'm going to follow. And if it's 20 years in this city looking for him, and if it's 40 years looking for him, if I die in Tabernary and I don't find him, well, I followed my vision. I did what I was supposed to do. And I was faithful to my friend.
That's very well put.
And what more could there be to a life than that?
Well,
saving others. The responsibility I have that I took
Well,
to
then-
Idrisil, the High Ranger, watching over Varen.
Then
There's more than just ourselves.
then maybe you should go.
And that is an intent I will follow. But
And I honor you in that.
I've also followed with you. We have quite literally been through hell together. Yes? Or your friends did something else?
Dash and I have been through hell.
Fine. So, this portent, this omen that is befalling us is still going to happen, supposedly. But
Well,
I have a responsibility.
Or it
in
already
that.
happened, she said.
and you are a guardian of Tabernary.
So maybe I should stay and guard it.
I feel like your fight is outside of Tabernary, as is Geggy's and Stog's and Hemlock's and Adwin's and mine. There's a reason we were called. There's a reason you were called Jericho. And, whether you like it or not, there's a reason this is happening now, too.
That could be.
Change and growth is never comfortable. But this might be one of the greatest times of your growth you've ever had. To step away, go out in the world, even without Dash.
You might even make it to 5 feet tall.
What would Dash have you do if he were here now?
Shut up.
And what do you want to do for yourself?
I think we want to find our
We want
friends.
to find the rest of our friends.
Yeah.
Then I will offer this. Travel with us. Continue to be guardians of Tabernary. And we will help you find your friends together. Staying here is not the brave way to do it.
I'll find Dash.
I need to find Galen.
And if all things are as you said they are, even though they are not who you perceive them to be, they are sitting before you now. And they are intent on going to Thave. And so if you truly want to stay with your friends, these that you know as Dash, and those that you know as Galen, coming with us is your true option. And that is what will get you to your friends.
Talk, talk, talk.
But
We were asked to be heroes. We were asked to go fight a great evil. I'm going to go fight it.
and if the person you know as Stog, that you believe to be Galen, is one and the same, as seems to be the
No,
case,
he's not like that very much at all, no.
but has all of Galen's memories, has all of Galen's
But he's not Galen.
knowledge. But with your analogy, he is, yes. They are just crossed over into some other realm, and wherever he is and wherever the silver thread is, once that unravels, that same place will be where he is. But if you are intent on this, I would ask that you perhaps... I spoke to the priests earlier, and I told them of our plight, and they believe they might be able to help.
Help with what?
This challenge that you're facing, this, I don't want to call it a delusion, but this belief that we are others than
How
you
can it
remember.
be a delusion if we both have these memories?
Because everybody else knows it is something else. Those that you know us as us. And it is only you two who have this feeling. So again, I do not want to call it that, but logically, that is the only thing that seems to make sense to me.
Well, in all fairness, I believe Jericho used a fantastic example of an alternate
Yes.
reality.
Magic. There's
Yes,
magic
and
too.
magic.
correct. A magical influence upon this.
Oh, they could have consumed some blueberries.
Come with me to the Temple of Karahel and let the priests have a look and a talk to you and see if they might be able to be of assistance.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I always wanted to look at that glowy thing again anyway.
They're
Bad news.
they are
It is.
still, that is, I think, beyond our concern at the moment. Let's solve this more immediate
Sure.
challenge.
Jericho has been getting better at dispelling magic. He might be.
Remember what you
Quite a
didn't
bit
you didn't
more
get to see it, but that
inactive.
when they hid him behind that did
Yeah.
that happen to him too?
Yes.
The wall thing in the
course.
alley?
Yes.
Yes.
We're there.
Okay. I
It
just
is
the-
me
the sh-
that
the
that
shadow
happened
wall-
to, yes.
I didn't know if it was
And you
everything.
dispelled it, and you came and you saved me.
Well, sort of you.
No, definitely me.
Okay.
Well, let's lead the way. to your temple, to your priests.
And we're off to the Temple of Carahel.
All right. You head to the new temple to Carahel. I believe it was decried by Chris as the second.
Yes, the second Temple of Carahel.
You always see First Baptist Church. You never really see Second Baptist Church very often.
I mean, we are the second
just don't wanna
Temple
see
of Carahel
last.
in Devonry.
2.0.
You arrive there, and priest.
Hemlock is on the way. Hemlock is just like looking for
Silver threads.
silver threads. Anything like
Oh, yeah.
any anomaly.
Make
Yeah.
a perception roll.
26.
26.
It's pretty good.
You don't see anything.
It's 27 you needed.
27, so close.
It was fake. I was never going to find
You
it.
find one, but it's blocked by a child. What do you do?
You can always have
You're
more.
not real.
You can always have more kids.
You arrive at the Second Temple of Tabernary. I'm going to make that an official thing. Second Temple of Tabernary. And their priest, Incalia, says, welcome. Come in. Sir Aduin said that there was perhaps a malady that we could help with. You've helped the city,
Sir Adu. Oh, that's you. Okay,
That is
yeah.
me.
and
I'm
you've
working
helped
on
the
names.
church. We would be
Your
happy
dear,
to
dear
help you.
friend.
What seems to be the nature of the issue? Come in,
He was
sit
very
down. get
concerned.
comfortable.
Poison is likely. And Geggy puts his head back down.
He motioned for you to sit at some chairs. It's inside. It's very makeshift. Just some wooden cots, some wooden chairs, some quick little wooden walls put up. They're going to re-stone everything and make it look nice later. But he sits down at the two nicest chairs and some simple ones for you guys to sit on the other side of the room. What seems to be the issue that's affecting you two? And the other four of you can just hear occasional words of this.
Oh, so it's just the two of us?
They're in the other four on the other side of this room, maybe 30 feet away.
Oh, good. I was afraid it was going to be one of them explaining that. It was going to be super awkward.
The two of us woke up this morning, and we've had a very tight bond. There's been 6 of us adventurers. And the two of us woke up this morning, and the friends, the true friends we have been traveling with, and we have done these deeds that you spoke of for the city, are different people. They have all the same memories that we have, but they are not our friends.
We each, in the 12 hours previous to waking up, saw what seemed to be some type of arcane sigil, a silver, almost like a slim line,
thread or a-
thread or gateway.
rope.
And I have also seen a person who seems to be manipulating them. Hemlock also talked to this person who said that these things are starting to appear and that they're only able to be seen by those that they are affecting, and that more are going to start appearing. Our friends all think that we are affected by a poison or a curse or a disease or a mental illness. When we went on the trip that we just got feted for, well, and I don't know if you got told much about it, but we found out that the demon that attacked us seemed to have existed in multiple dimensions or realities that were very parallel to each other, and it's almost like something similar to that has happened to us. Our 4 friends have the same memories that we remember them having, but they have different names. They're actually like the pixie. Actually, our friend is an elf who's the same one. So they're not even the same kind of person. So we think something happened to us. We think we got zippy zapped. I think that's the technical term. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
Not the term zippy zapped.
I just made that up. I don't know if it's a real term.
Flips out her clerical DSM. I'm looking.
I'm not familiar with much of what you say, but
Could you roll an occult check?
But no, I have another priest here I will speak with in just a moment. It seems as though I agree with some of what could be the prognosis. The prognosis? The diagnosis? The osis.
Theosis. I like that.
And the osis...
The osis of the mostis.
The mostis osis is clearly, to me, confusion magic upon you. Disease possible but unlikely. And a curse, I think, most likely of all. I do not believe it to be a poison or a mental illness. And if so, it is a confusion spell. We may be able to help with that. If it is a curse, we may very well be able to help with that. That could very well be a possibility. In a disease, we can easily help with that. So I will confer with another, and we can, with your permission, begin to use the power of Carahel herself, bring in her spirit to cleanse you of what may be afflicting you.
I will say that the magic guy Zipdor, he did cast a detect magic on both of us and said he did not detect any affecting magic on us.
And was that a holy Carahel detect magic spell?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I did not think so.
No. It was like a second class kind of one.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of those home kits. Yeah.
Yeah. DIY detect magic. Okay.
It's one left over he bought at Radio Shack in the 80s.
There's a little nose swab to it.
80% off! That's a deal!
No swab detect magic. I can't taste anything anymore.
Yes. A moment, and we can begin if you are willing.
You're not going to hurt me, are you?
You, sir. He looks at Hemlock. Are you willing?
Yeah.
Very well. A moment, and he goes over and confers with two priests, and then
Are they going to be okay?
he points at you guys, starts doing some hand motions and talking, and points over at the other four. You hear like zippy door. And, they talk for about 5-10 minutes. You see some shaken heads, and then he returns with the two other priests, and they stand around you, and they kind of scoot your chairs. We will make a kind of a circle triangle shape so that we can hold hands with you two in the middle. And we will try to cast our cure disease capabilities first. And they get kind of this monk chant, oh, boy, and they start doing this, and they start chanting, and they weave their hands a little bit. The two heroes, Jericho and Hemlock, holding hands, looking at each other. And how well do they believe that this will work?
Hemlock is straight up going off of his friend Yonik's faith in Carahel. And Hemlock wants this situation righted. So he doesn't think this is going to be a disease, but is all in.
Okay.
As far as letting them do what they think is going to cure whatever ails us.
All right.
If it is, in fact, us that are ailing.
They also change their magic a little bit and start to dispel broad categories of magic that they can work with or against. And as this ritual continues, they chant and chant and chant and start to try to remove some heinous curses that might have been placed upon you. Jericho, which of these do you believe most strongly and could be in the affliction?
Between disease and curse or magic?
Correct.
Magic. That's just his natural bent because he's more of a magic. Like I can't cast any curses and I can't make diseases, so I don't know those much. And the thing I detected high level magic, so I'm just hoping their magic is as big as that magic I detected that's going on. So I'm hoping they're gonna there's some tether that's holding us in this bad place, and they get snip that tether of magic.
All right. And Hemlock, where's your thought lie?
With magic as
With
well.
magic as well. All right. They cast, and it rises and rises in intensity. The 4 other heroes watching from across the room, the 3 priests chanting, and they end with Carahel in unison. And you feel no change, and you still see the strange 4 heroes at the other side. Priest Incalia says, there was nothing that we could do for this. We sense no magic, no curse, no disease, no affliction.
Nothing. Did you sense anything?
He looks frustrated. One of the other priests walks away, leaving just him and the second priest. Incalia says, you mentioned other realms.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
When we were chasing the demon that came down upon the temple, the one that attacked the city, we went to hell and went after him. He had been a sailor and he had a ship, and we saw multiple versions of the same ship, and had the same painting of his family and the same log, and it was like he had existed multiple times, over and over again. So there must have been one world where he existed on the ship, and another world just the same where he existed on the ship, and another.
And where was this again?
In his little place in hell.
Of hell, and after, right as you got back from there, this is when this happened.
That night, the night we got back.
Our friends were here yesterday.
Hey,
with us in the city.
It might be important for me to mention. You didn't do it, but I left some blood behind when I was there.
Well, that doesn't sound very good.
I mean, all of us bled. All of us bled.
Let's write that one down.
That explains so
gifted
much.
Blood is what I'm hearing.
Well, I paid it.
Oh.
For a
Not to cross a river of lava, I hope.
No, it was
Not something as silly as that.
It was a lake of lava, not a river.
Oh no!
Yeah, let's be clear. Maybe more a bay.
They start
even of lava.
stepping slowly back away from Jericho.
And did you have any?
Destroy the second temple at once.
Did you have any gold on you at the time?
No, it was platinum.
Oh.
Is it possible?
Yes,
But you have not heard what I have to say.
it's still possible. We probably did it because we screwed up a lot. All right, go ahead.
Please proceed.
Is it possible that something happened with your travel and that you are not where you are meant to be? Perhaps you are not at the right location. There are realms out there. You mentioned this travel to a hellish landscape. You mentioned these different ships, and I do not mean to disrupt your beliefs, but there are existences out there known as planes.
Yeah. Sure.
You know of this.
We came back here with our friends, and it wasn't until we both had interactions with these silver cords that things changed.
Yeah, when we first came back, all our normal friends were here. It wasn't like we stepped back and the weird old man and the little bird thing and the dumb guy and the elf that falls down was there. It was like
Hurtful.
Different ears are perking up on the side of the room.
our normal friends were here with us, and it wasn't until the next morning when we woke up.
He leans over and whispers something into the remaining priest's ear, who then whispers back, He looks a little concerned, and he steps back over to the two of you. Well, there's a magic we have not tried that we could.
I'm game.
What magic is this?
He stops directing to Jericho's recklessness in this conversation and turns to Hemlock. We could banish you from this plane, and one of three things could happen.
Is at least one of them good?
Let's hear him out.
Jericho's already swallowing the pill, or whatever the injection is involved.
What color was it? I don't care.
I'll take both blue and red pills.
Well, one, absolutely nothing could happen.
All right.
Two, looking at Hemlock, you could be returned to a reality that is your own if you are not in the correct reality. Three, something disastrous, as we have never done this to souls that do belong here in Varen.
Hemlock looks at Jericho.
Before this thought process even begins, there's a way of damnation, all eternity, or sundering reality as you know it, or walk to Thave. Just putting that out there.
Ride.
Who is saying that?
That's just the narrator screaming from across the distance. But
So something like we could
It
end up
could-
getting sent to hell,
I don't want to go back there.
or I could get back to Dash.
Or we turn this world upside down.
Then test it on me.
I don't like that.
Hemlock, I don't know that I got a choice. There's only one thing that I know in my soul. And it's I gotta get him home. And he's gotta save his mama.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Then I'm with you, little brother.
Okay,
Let's see what happens.
take me.
And if we damn all of Varen, Mikara will help it.
We're not in this conversation.
Yeah,
We're in a separate
there's-
room.
You are not currently in this conversation.
Are priests checking in with us as the people who signed in the individuals to the temple? They're about ready to undergo a risky surgery.
I already signed the waiver.
You already signed the waiver. All right, we're done.
Priest Ancalia says, "What say you two?"
Would it be one at a time or both at the same time?
It would be just one of you, the one who is strongest of heart and who can survive such a journey. Someone with strength and courage and constitution.
Yeah, that's me.
I think it has to be you. You are small of stature, but
I'll do it.
one of the strongest of conviction that I know.
If I don't make it, you make your way back.
I will.
You tell them what I did. Take care of it.
Promise you that.
I'll do it.
He says, "Very well. One moment." And he walks over to the other four heroes, particularly over to the knight. Sir Aduin, the insurance card doesn't cover this particular event.
This is out of pocket in a big way.
Just put it on the card. It's fine.
There is a particular type of magic we are going to do upon the gnome, the young gnome. A banishment to possibly return him to a place if this is not his place to be. There are some risks, great risks possible. This is also a great expenditure of church magic. And I wanted to get you involved before we proceed, as there are only so many resources the church has, as we are extended here with the new structure as well. But if this is of true value, then the final decision is yours.
I do not want to tax the temple, and I fear it's my friends being particularly stubborn about a thing more than anything else. Despite their devotion and belief in their shared belief of us being not who they know us to be. I certainly would not ask this of the temple, and I understand not doing it. There seems to be a deep risk in it. From what I have heard, supposedly they may, from what this gray-cloaked figure they spoke of, they may come clear of it in their own time. So, I do not ask this of you.
Wisdom.
Very well.
And my friends will need to see the truth on their own.
Priest Incalia walks back over to you and kneels down.
Card was declined.
He kneels down next to Jericho, being much more approachable and less official. I regret to tell you, my young friend, that the risk is too great. The concern is your soul would be lost forever. Not only might you die, but you might be lost even to the gods if this doesn't go as planned, for a reward that seems unknown at best. So unfortunately, we cannot proceed with this planar banishment magic. But your noble sacrifice is certainly appreciated and acknowledged.
Jericho, just having seen the offer made and then the walk and the conversation.
Still struggling to put two and two together.
No, I don't think there's a lot of struggle. And then the decline just looks, and he just looks at Hemlock, and he just walks out of the temple.
Okay.
So we're going to Thave then?
Gigi, hold just a moment. Zaldar, travels out after.
Doesn't matter. It's not a real name.
Jericho.
He's still walking. So you got to walk and talk if you want to talk.
He will.
All right, this better be Aaron Sorkin-esh then.
It's the longest
I
two-shot.
can tell you're upset. There would be nothing worse in this entire world to me than to lose you, especially for something that is unknown. We need you.
I'm going to go find Dash. So, you guys do what you all need to do.
I will help you find Dash. I know he's dear to you. much as you are to me, though I know I don't have the same feeling from you. But because you are my dearest friend, someone I care about very much, I want to see you happy. And I will do anything it takes to get there.
I won't be real clear. I don't know who the hell any of the four of you are. And I just had the one chance that I had to maybe get back to my friends. And that other friend of yours just took it away because said he was, I don't know what.
He said he didn't
So
want
the
you to
four
be
of you can go to
killed.
hell. And I'm going to go find Dash. And he just walks off.
Zaldor stops in his steps, tear in his right eye.
The other heroes gather around Hemlock, brushing aside an offering plate that keeps getting pushed into the group's face.
They keep walking around.
You guys are with Hemlock, trying to figure out what to do next.
What was your reasoning? What was your reasoning for
The-
declining?
Risk seems great for what is a situation that is likely to resolve, as this gray cloaked figure has seemed to indicate to you.
Yes.
And this, I know some bit about what they spoke of. And there was much risk of Jericho being banished or dying. And I do believe, and I do know in my heart of hearts, that we are your companions, we are your friends, we have forever been that to you all.
I know.
And
That's
I know
what you
you do
feel.
not now see that. I cannot risk my friend and my companion to that when I know what I am to you and I am to Jericho. And so that he could see through whatever this illusion, this magic, this curse, whatever it happens to be. Because that must be what it is. It is an
Your
illusion that you
Priests
see of us.
could not detect magic.
Right. But our priests know us as us. Our priests know you as you. There is clearly a thing going on, but it is not with everything else. And I could not risk either of you to that. You and Jericho, because he was willing to do it, God bless him. Carahel bless him for that and his conviction. But it is through that conviction and the reason why he could not do it. Because he was as likely to die as anything.
And it would have only affected one of you if it had worked. The other left behind, and you wouldn't have known about it.
And I would not see him die.
Little gnome is one of the fiercest, bravest people I know.
Absolutely.
And he will go. This is not going to stop him from finding out the truth. He's not going to be going to Thave. He's not going to be leaving Tavernry until he solves whatever is going on. And I cannot leave his side, as I am just as invested in finding the friends that we know as he is.
I understand. And if I was of the same belief that you were, I would be just as invested. And I have no answer for you. I do believe that, Jericho did hit that nail on the head when he spoke of the interplanar bit. But if that is true, from what I do know and from what I believe could be explained, where we are, so are these other friends of yours. And when they return to you, that will be where we are, if that makes sense. If we are in Thave and that silver cord appears and
But
these...
what if it doesn't? What if it's only going to appear here in Tabernary?
Life is a series of what-ifs. If we have to find silver threads and do whatever we need to do with them, then go. You have nothing to gain. You have no certainties at all, one way or the other.
Would your friends ignore a danger to this world and a calling
That's
just because
probably
they
what they're
will...
going through right now.
But-
And I want to believe that they would be trying to find Hemlock and Jericho.
You think they would put themselves above a clear danger that they have been asked to
Yes,
solve?
I do believe that.
I didn't think that was how you would choose to see the world.
I'd give you a week. It would take 4 of us a little more than a week to travel that distance. You could move quickly and catch up if you found your threads. This is not something to discount on either side. If you're encouraged to stay here and find whatever it is you seek, then there's no changing your mind.
No. I do
But what
care
if?
very much. What?
There's no doubt that you care very much. There's no doubt in it. But what is in doubt, you can't guarantee it, we can't guarantee it. You don't know when your silver threads will appear. You don't know where your people are that you're looking for. I'm more an outsider than the others around you. I just know that you're thinking about certainties that don't exist.
Yeah.
So come with us. You're more apt to find your silver threads on the way. And you'd have more of us to help you deal with them.
It's getting late. Let me convene with Jericho. I do not believe he will leave this city. In my heart, I know he won't leave this city until he finds Dash. Give us the night, and let's see what happens in the morning. We can't leave. It's dark. We can't leave now anyways. We shouldn't leave now. So give us the night, and let's see what happens in the morning. But I must go find Jericho now, as he is going to be broken and hurt and very angry. And I walk out and go searching for Jericho.
And we will stop there for tonight. Thank you so much for joining this very interesting episode. And we're going to jump into our after show here. And we will see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.